Yay! We are live at the Mega Youth Summit 2020. I'm excited to be here. I'm prepared. I'm pumped. And so are my facilitators pumped for Mega Youth Summit 2020 Delta Edition. I am live here and I can see Charles Henry. Charles Henry says he's excited, so excited to be here. I am excited to be here. All my speakers are excited to be here. I'm waiting for everybody to come on from everywhere, everybody, everywhere across the world that has registered for this event. I'm waiting for all of them to come on to the day one of Mega Youth Summit 2020. I have my speakers in the green room. They are ready. The SA to the Delta State Governor on new media. She's already here. She's ready at the green room. I can see her. She's ready for us. I'm waiting for everybody who is to be here to come on immediately. If you already can see the stream, wherever you're watching me from, please do kindly share to your contact. My speakers are here. I can see them in the green room. Omatsuli Onuwaje is here. Abang Veronica is here. Favour Oghenegoma also is here live on the stream. And we are ready and pumped to go. While we are waiting for everybody to come, I got some good stuff for you. And I'm going to show you some good stuff that has got for you on how we started the Mega Youth Summit from 2014 right there in Delta State University, Abraka. From 2014, 2015, we came to Warri. 2016, 2017, 2017 we went to Edo, we did Warri. 2018 we came back to the city of Warri. 2019 we also did it online. It was a global edition. And today, 2020, the much awaited time is here. If you can see me and you can hear me and you are watching, do put a comment in the comment section. Let me know that, hey, Segun Manuel, I'm live here. My speakers are all popping in. They're ready. They're live. All right. While you're watching, please do kindly share this stream to your contacts, wherever you are, wherever it is you're watching from, while you quickly watch this video. Watch this video of the chronicles of how we started Mega Youth Summit from the first day till today. So that is it. That is how we started from 2014 consistently with Lanre Olushola, Onye Ubanato, and a couple of my friends in 2014, right there in Delta State University, Abraka Artscan Hall. I can remember vividly. And 2015, we moved to PTI, the Petroleum Training Institute in Efrun, where we had Umfon Ekpo, Steve Harris, Dayo Israel, Onye Ubanatu, Wanye Akamu, and everybody. Omatsuli Onuwaje was there too. Favour Oghenegoma, they were all on the panel session at the 2015 episode. 2016, we came into Warri and I had a group of my wonderful friends, Itimi Pudi, Olamire Flowers, Omatsuli Onuwaje, Favour Oghenegoma, Chuno TJ, and we all did that right there at the Jubilee Conference Center here in the beautiful city of Warri. If already you are watching and you're here and you are excited like myself, please do share this stream to your contacts and also put a comment in the comment section. I want to see those that are here. Augustine says, yay, I am here. Fantastic. Welcome, Augustine. How are you doing? One of Delta's finest comedians is here. Please do share the stream. Charles Henry says, so excited to be here. Like I said earlier, my speakers are all here. The speakers for tonight are all in the green room already. I'll be bringing them. Like I said earlier, for those of you who were not here already, when I came up, I said that the special advisor to the governor to the Delta State governor on new media, she's right here, and I will be bringing all of my guests live on stream very soon. So they're in the green room. I'm going to bring them right here now. For those watching, please do feel free also to share, keep sharing, keep sharing. Let me introduce you to all my speakers tonight. First of all, I want to introduce my very wonderful SA to the governor on new media, Abang Veronica. Welcome, 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 welcome to the stream. Good evening, madam. How are you today? Oh, it's like your microphone is mute. It's like your mic is mute. If you can unmute it,
I'm so
fantastic.
sorry. Can you hear me
We can hear
now?
you now.
Thank you. I'm
Fantastic.
so honored to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, everybody.
We are excited to have you, Abang Dove. If you're active on Twitter, for those watching, you must have seen that name, Abang Dove. She's very active on Twitter. I will introduce her more,
Yeah.
but let me bring my other speakers that are live on here. My brother and friend, Favour Oghenegoma, is right here. If you know me, you know Favour Oghenegoma. Favour Apostle, welcome.
I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate you.
Thank you for being
you
here.
very much for this. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I see a lot of people are watching already. Some says, God bless our youth. Hooray, I'm here. John Uka. I'm gonna be going back there. But before I go back there, please, those of you watching, do share it so that we can get everybody on. I'm gonna bring on Omatsuli Onuwaje, is a John Maxwell certified speaker. Omatsuli, are you ready for me?
Think so. Where are you?
Yay, Omatsuli Onuwaje is right here. Welcome, bro. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hi.
We are fantastic, and all our speakers are fantastic. The essay to the governor is here, Abang Dove. She's the only woman in the midst of three hefty men.
Whoa, that's exciting.
And so those watching, these are my speakers for tonight. The other set of speakers are available, but they will be speaking tomorrow night. So Zion Oshiobugie will be speaking tomorrow night. PC Itimi will be speaking tomorrow night. And also Voke Palmer will be speaking tomorrow night. So we have two women and one man in the midst. But I'm also going to have a special guest tonight. Keep your fingers crossed. Everybody watching, thank you for watching. I want to go over to the comment section and see what's happening there. Okon Akwan says, God bless our youth. Thank you very much, sir. John Uka is watching from YouTube. He says, hooray, I am here too. Welcome, John Uka. Chris Koburi says, nice one, Chege. God bless. Thank you, bro. Thank you for watching. Do share the stream. The counselor, Dennis Agori, said, I'm glad to be here. Fantastic. We're happy to have you. James Iroro, who was one of my panelists who I jumped on at the 2019 episode of the Mega Youth Summit Delta Edition, is also here. Thank you for being here, James. Do kindly share to your contacts. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. We are here. Delta is here. Everybody's watching. People are watching on YouTube, and they are also watching on Facebook. Those that can't be here will definitely watch this stream after tonight, and you can be sure that this will go far and wide. So my guests are here. I'm going to take them off back into the green room and introduce them individually before we go on to the first keynote address from Abang Veronica Dove, who will be giving us a keynote on a topic that I would mention very soon. But my guests, I'll be taking you to the green room, so please do stay there while I bring you back on very soon. Abang Dove will be coming on very soon, ladies and gentlemen. But please do watch this quick video as I would. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm going to introduce Abang immediately. Dove Veronica is a digital media consultant who served as a legislative aide on digital content and strategy to the immediate past Senate President of Nigeria, Senator Dr. Bukola Saraki, as well as a personal assistant on media. Let me put a picture right there so that you can see the person I'm talking of. She was a personal assistant on media and communications to the Global Goodwill Ambassador, International Confederation of Midwives, and Special Advisor, World Health Organization Independent Advisory Group. Her Excellency Mrs. Tony Saraki, that's the wife of the former Senate President. Abang Dove once served as a communication lead for Wellbeing Foundation Africa and a non-governmental organization that advocates for accessible and sustainable health in Africa. And on the 3rd of July 2019, she was appointed as the special assistant on new media to the Delta State Governor, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Abang Dove is live with us here tonight. She's one of our speakers, and in fact, she's bringing a keynote for us tonight at the 8th edition of the Mega Youth Summit. She is going to be our first speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you again Abang Dove Veronica as she comes to give us a keynote speech. Abang Dove, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manuel. I'm really honored and I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here. So because of the limited time we have, I'm just going to go straight to the point. Before I proceed, I would like to appreciate everybody for coming on live to be a part of this show. I believe at the end of this summit, you will take home something that would help you as you go along with life. So firstly, the theme for this summit is post-COVID realities of the Delta youth, and I'm going to be focusing on building influence with social media as it relates to the theme for the program. Okay, so firstly, because of the reality we are currently faced with, because of the COVID-19 reality we are currently faced with, there are issues that we now have to deal with that may not go away or may even go away forever, and they may not, we will not have to deal with them anymore, as well as other social activities. Like we've seen, there are so many activities that have been cut short. Even after lifting the lockdown, there are so many other activities that we don't even know if they will ever come back, like social gatherings, events, and all that. These are not just the only issues. We also have issues with jobs. I believe a lot of people here would remember or would recall that some people lost their jobs, some people had salary slashes and all that. So okay, my point right now is why I'm recounting all this is for us to understand the importance of digital media, the importance of social media. So I'm going to list some key things very quickly to buttress my point. Firstly, every Delta youth, even locally, nationally, and even internationally, need to pay attention to, firstly, money and how we spend money, especially in this time. I know some people may wonder or would want to ask, what has money got to do with social media? But the truth is, if you are truly ready to flow with the times, if you do not want to be left behind in a time like this, you need to cut down on your spending. You need to be wise when it comes to spending, because a lot of those uncles that you usually run to would stop picking up calls. They may not pick up those calls anymore. Things that you would normally buy just for buying sake need to stop, because right now they are very important skills that a lot of young people need to learn in a period like this and moving forward in decades to come, that will still remain relevant with or without COVID-19, with or without a pandemic. It is different. It is not the usual regular traditional job that we are used to. So for you to be able to have enough resources to learn these skills, you need to cut down on your spending. You need to prioritize everything you want to do from this point moving forward. Secondly, jobs. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, some jobs are going away. Most jobs may never come back. So this is the time where young people need to gain skills. This is a time where you don't need to just gain any kind of skill. You need to gain skills that are relevant in present day. Mind you, even as organizations are cutting down their staff strength, are laying people off, are slashing salaries, do you know that these same organizations are also looking out to hire some people? Why? Because there are skills that are needed for this present day. And social media is like the foundation, it's like the founding mother, if you permit me to use that, of everything. First of all, people are looking for people who know how to take good pictures. We have a lot of photographers, but we have those that are outstanding. Please permit me to speak a little on what I do. For example, I'm going to
go ahead, but we want to learn from that.
I always use my work as example. I don't know how many of you will follow the governor's page, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, that's the executive governor of Delta State. That's for those of us who are not Deltans or who don't live in Delta State. That's at IA Okowa on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You would realize that we don't just push out content. We push out good content that goes with good photographs. And we wouldn't be able to achieve that if we didn't have a photographer that was strategic, that knows how to take strategic pictures, pictures that will explain events to you as if you were there, pictures that would make you see and feel the life of Governor Okowa, even without meeting him one-on-one. So you don't just take pictures. You need to learn that skill of being strategic. Pictures that appeal to social media, not just pictures that appeal to traditional or local media. So things are changing like that. We have photographers who take pictures for newspapers, for TV, but if you check startups these days when they are looking for photographers, even politicians these days, especially those who understand the use of social media, they don't go for the traditional media photographers anymore. They look out for the young, trendy, those who understand what it means to take pictures for social media. So when you're getting a skill, when you're learning a skill when it comes to photography, those are the things you need to look out for. Photo editing. It is one thing to know how to take pictures. It is another to be able to edit it properly to stand out. I will still make reference to our pages. You guys, you can go there and take a look for yourself. Our pictures are known to stand out because we take our time. We are very detailed with our responses. We are very detailed with our outputs, with our content and everything. So yeah, those are the things. Graphics design, video editing. One thing that also make our pages stand out is the kind of video we put out. Okay, we don't just there's something we tried to do with our content. We wanted to come out from the normal, from the crowd, from what every other person does. We needed to do something that was unique, because coming from a place where Governor Okowa is someone who, prior to now, he was not on social media. So we needed to make that noise. We needed to stamp our feet on the ground and tell people that, okay, we are here and we are here to stay. And we are not just here, but we are here to make a difference. So if you check our videos, you will see that we have a wonderful mobile videographer who takes his time to ensure that he is not just shooting. He shoots according to the angle. He shoots the kind of event influences the angle he takes his shots from. So you don't just learn skills. When you're learning these skills, you need to know what are you learning these skills for. There's nothing wrong with being a traditional media photographer or videographer. But the question is, are you going to still be relevant in years to come? Are you going to still be relevant in the next decade? So website developers, digital marketers, yes, social media is now the new market. In fact, I will use myself as an example. I cannot recall the last time I entered a boutique to buy something, to buy a piece of clothing. almost everything I have now, I bought them online because first of all, my job is very demanding. So I don't even have the time to go to market to start selecting what to buy. So I just go online. Okay, where are the online stores? I pick what I want to, I like. I pick what I think will be good for me, and I just pay and I get it delivered to my doorstep. So now that is the new market. It is no longer the traditional market. So you need to know how to sell products for people. There are a lot of businesses online who lack, they have the product, they even have the market to an extent, but they don't know how to break beyond their circle of clients. So if you have
So true.
a digital marketing skill, for instance, this is where you come in. You help them promote their pages, you help them run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, even Twitter ads as well. So this is where these are the kind of skills young people need to look out for. Freelancing, that is another point I'm going to talk about. Sorry, I'm rushing this because of the limited time.
No problems. Go ahead, man. We can
For the
get you. People are
people,
already getting the points and they're putting them in the comments. I'll put them at the end so that you can see that people got your
okay,
points. Yes.
thank you. For the people who already have skills, we have okay, let me make a typical example of this. You know, as due to COVID-19, we don't have gatherings anymore. We don't have concerts anymore. What do you think would happen to bassists, to guitarists, to people who play piano, people play drums, all the DJs and the host of them? What do you think would happen to their career? Now, this is the point where people need to start learning how to move from the traditional way of doing things to the digital way of doing things. Which brings me back to my third point, which is freelancing. We need to learn how to sell your market online. Go online, create a YouTube channel, teach people how to play the drum, teach people how to sing, teach people how to play the piano, and get money from doing that. Be creative about it because trust me, there are a lot of people who do that online already. But for you to stand out, the point is stand out. I don't venture into anything that I know that I'll be lost in the crowd. It is pointless.
Mm.
So I have to always think before, even as much as it's so bad that even as much as when I want to give someone a gift, if I'm going to give you a gift that you're just going to throw somewhere, I wouldn't even do it. So I think about what will resonate well with you. What if it's a birthday, for instance, what I know nobody else will think about? I go for that option. So we have to young. That's why we are young. That's why we still have our minds. We still have our minds fresh, our brains fresh. So you need to think, sit down and think. Put two and two together. Don't just do things. Even in all the things I've listed, be creative in whatever you want to do. People now, there are a lot of people going into podcasting. Brilliant. Talk about what you want to become. Talk about what you do. Talk about what you know. Even as much as welding, there are very unique ways of doing that. Go online, show people how to weld, show people how to go into carpentry. Sell your product online. So that is one thing we need to do. And then before I conclude, there are other ways we can create relevance online. While you're doing all this, like I said, standing out, create viral content, create content that will resonate to people. For instance, I'm going to make an example of this COVID-19 period. This is the period, especially when we just started hearing about COVID-19. A lot of people were very curious. You know, we Africans, we really don't like reading much. We just want to see, okay, that's 280 characters and just get the whole idea. So those times, people who were able to put out information about COVID-19, how it is transmitted, how it is prevented, how you can stay safe or not stay safe, where they go to pages that people were looking forward to seeing content from. So you need to take advantage of the trends. You need to be creative. Now, at this stage of COVID-19 that we are in, people want to know. People want to know how they can survive. People want to get messages of hope. People want to get assurances that, okay, this is not the end of it. we will come out of this. People want to know, okay, this is the situation I'm in. I have a family member who already has COVID. What am I going to do? How do I handle this? Think. Ask yourself, what would I do in a situation where maybe my family member has this virus, or a neighbor or someone I know? What would I want to hear? If you put yourself in the minds or in the shoes of your followers, of your listeners, of your viewers, you're going to get the right content to push out. Lastly, like what Mr. Manuel is doing, this is just another example. Go out there, open pages, create seminars, talk about issues. These are one of the issues that is affecting us now. I mean, everyone here right now on this platform is looking at knowing someone, is looking at knowing more of what is happening in the current with this current situation of COVID-19. Most of the people here want to know what they can do because they are young people. So that is why we are here. That is why we are here. So these are one of the platforms. This is another example of what we need to do. So finally, in this COVID as young people, we need to be more empathic. We need to show more love to one another. We need to be there for one another. This is one of the ways we can all survive this. If you see a job opportunity, share with your friends, share with your brothers, share with people around you. Don't think because, okay, I'm sharing this opportunity with this person, it limits my own chances. No. Even if you end up not getting it, the fact that that person has gotten it reduces one person in your circle that you actually have to bother about. So we all have to work together. We all have to fight together. We all have to share the resources, the knowledge, just like Mr. Manuel is sharing this platform with everybody and bringing these wonderful speakers to speak to everyone and share the knowledge they have. He's helping out in his own way, and we all can help out too. I think I have covered most of what I wanted to talk about.
Fantastic. In this so short period of time, you have dropped out so many bombs that the comment section is literally on fire. Thank you, Veronica. We are truly grateful for what you have dropped just now. But I won't let you go yet. I know people who are watching now in the comment section. One hot question for Miss Abang right now. Put it there in the comment section. We'll throw it at her and she can answer. But while you are putting your questions there, let me take comments from the comment section that related to your presentation. Man, she says, Verere says you need to cut down on your spendings. That's something that one of the points she made. You need to cut down on your spendings. Also, you said gain skills that are relevant in this present day. Gain skills that are relevant in this present day. I like this one that Ngozi just said right here. She put it in capital letter. She says, stand out. Stand out. In all you are doing, there's a way the Bible put it. It said, having done all to stand. Stand. And they say where people are standing, stand out. So don't just
come
be
out
everybody.
from among them.
Exactly. Be exceptional, be phenomenal, be peculiar, be different. Like somebody would say, it says dare to be different. And I think that's, for me, that's a big punch. Let me also go to this point that this person made in the comment section. He said, as it is today, many will have to change careers. I want you to put a little on that, Ms. Abang.
Yeah.
Many people will need to change careers in the world that we are in today. Many people will need to change careers. I was talking with someone, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, and he was saying in the world we are in today, in quotes, the civil service idea of going to work, having activities, and without much productivity, he said that would come to an end in the post-COVID world. And remember that we're talking about the post-COVID reality of the average Delta youth. What would you advise, before I pick comments from this, pick questions for the comment section, what would you advise that young people who have just started work, just got a job with the Delta State government, those who are just working, just got a job in the bank, what would you advise them to do now, knowing what they know? I know you said we should learn new skills, but what else is it that you advise?
Okay. Another thing, you said you made mention of people who maybe got a job with the Delta State government and all that. You know, it is one thing. Another thing I've noticed with the youth is this. It's one thing to get a job. I've had people say, okay, I go to work and I don't do anything all day and I come back home. Because when you ask them why, they'll tell you that in their office they don't do anything and they just sit. Some people watch TV and all that. And whenever I hear things like that, I get very sad because before you can make yourself relevant, before you know, when they say people are indispensable, there are actually some people who are actually hard to let go. Why? Because
Yes.
they've added value to whatever they are doing. I can't go in a place, for instance, and I see nobody's doing anything, and I'll sit. I will create that thing because that establishment was actually created on something before it was existing in the first place. So you need to go back and ask, okay, why are we here? What can we do to make a change? If nobody else wants to do it with you, you do it alone. That is even another reason why whenever I say this thing, people laugh or some people think I don't understand what I'm saying, but it's actually what I believe in and it's actually what I did that helped me to get this far.
I want you, Veronica. I want you to share that exactly what you did that got you to this point. Zion was sharing a little bit of your story with me, and I think that that's something that my audience tonight, people participating in this summit, can learn from. If you wouldn't mind, please share a little of that story so that the average Delta youth will know that going forward, there is something they can do to get to where they want to get to. Please share a little of that story with us.
So I'm going to just make it as brief as possible. When I left school, you know, just like any other young person leaving school, there were no jobs. Just like today, there were no jobs. But there was something, like I told you, I can't be in a place and not do something. It is not in me. So I strive to always, okay, what can I do? Even if I don't have to be paid for it. I did a lot of free jobs to gain experience. Some places I worked that they even promised to pay me, I wasn't even paid. But I didn't bother because the experience I got, money cannot even buy. I started working when I during NYC, I worked for 3 months in an NGO. So when I got there, their social media platforms were not even functional. And I told them, okay, I can handle this. They said no extra pay, not like no problem. I would handle it. I'll add this to the already existing things I need to do. And I started and I created it. And even after I left, the page was still functioning. That was one. While I was doing that, my sister has a news platform. I was working with her. I was volunteering. I write like close to 15 stories in a day.
Wow, that's heavy.
I was not being, I was not being paid. I was doing, yes, actually. So while I was doing that, I was still looking for opportunities. And then in Abuja, there was this radio station called VFM. My brother-in-law used to work there. So I spoke to him, like, ask your people if they need someone because I'm looking for a place I can be doing something. And luckily he did. And the social media head then was like, okay, fine, we can do with one more person. We need the extra hands because you know how radio stations have shows from like 5 a.m. to like 10 p.m. and all that. So when I came in, they told me that I was going to be on probation, that I wasn't going to be paid for the first month. And I said, no problem, I will do the job. I started. I resumed work 7 a.m. and I closed 10 p.m. every day. Every day. And the person, I even met someone there when I came. So when I came and I was doing all that, the other person just relaxed that, oh, this is another new fresh meat that is coming to fool herself so she can keep on doing all the work.
That is doing oversabi.
Oversabi, yeah, that's the word. I doing oversabi.
Yes.
I didn't mind. Even when I want to close and go home, like the producer for the next show will be like, please, Dove, can you stay? We don't have anybody that can do social media for us. Please, can you stay? I'll stay and I'll do it. It kept on going on and on. So while all that was going on, that was when the former Senate president became Senate president. He was just a senator. And then the opening in that office came, and someone told me about it. There was a test. I applied. One thing led to another. Okay, actually, before I even got to that part, when I got to the end of the month at this radio station, I got my pay. Then I was receiving 20,000 naira. I got paid 20,000 naira, and I went to meet my boss, and I said, "Sir, I received an alert. I was told I was not going to be paid for the first month, so I want to check if everything is accurate and if I need to refund the money. So in case there was a mix-up." And he was shocked. He told me that you've been working this much knowing that you were not going to be paid. I bet he didn't even remember saying that to me. And I said, yes. And he said, wow, please keep the money. Don't refund it. It is yours.
Wow.
I went on. So when I finally got the job with Senate President, when I told him, for the first, like, I don't know, I can't recall if that was the first time, but one of the very few times that I saw tears drop out from a man's eye. And I was like, whoa. He was like, this is too much. I can't get anybody like you. So he gave me his blessings, everything, and I went along. I went to National Assembly. When you would think, okay, you've arrived your promised land, that was not even close to it. I can't count how many months I worked, more from dawn to dusk, and then your salary is nowhere to be found, and you're going home sometimes crying, and you're asking yourself, what am I doing? But one thing that remained constant was that I never stopped. And it's one thing to not stop, but you lose interest in the job and you start acting anyhow and all that. I still working as hard as someone that was paid maybe 1 million naira a month. Because once I have accepted to pick up something, I follow it through till the end. So I kept on doing that. And when you're doing these things, it may look foolish. People will call you oversalary, but somebody is watching. People are
The world is watching.
The world is watching.
The world is watching.
That was how I moved from one recommendation to another. And when the recommendations, sometimes I'm not even aware. And then the people that they recommend me to will tell me that, hey, listen, I heard so much about you, like what they said about you. And oh, wow. So people actually see me. I never knew. And I'm this kind of quiet person. I'm always very reserved. I'm not the very loud, outspoken person. I'm always to my corner. So when I hear people talk about me and that they see me, they see what I do, I'm very surprised. But that is what has kept me. That's what has kept me till this point. And the road hasn't been easy. Sometimes you just want to quit, but you keep going, you keep fighting, you keep conquering day after day. And even while you're at it, even when you feel like the world is on your shoulders, don't drop in your performance. Keep working hard. Keep being innovative. Like, I don't like repeating stuff. Anytime we come up with a strategy with my team members, once we've done that, I don't like repeating. We always try to reinvent it. We always try to be innovative. We always try to create something new, even if it is the
fresh.
Same event. Yes, something fresh, something that people will look forward to seeing. Yeah. So it's not easy. If I tell you it's easy, there are days I cry. In fact, up until recently, I would just say and start crying because of stress, because of hard work. Hard work is actually not easy. But
it's never easy when you're working hard.
Yes,
there's no easy in hard work.
If the choice is yours, you have to pick a side. The hard way or the easy way. Yeah.
So true.
But one
Thank
thing
you
is,
very much.
the hard way is long lasting. It will even outlive you. So yeah.
True. The hard way is mostly the best way.
Right.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Abang, for your time. I've been showing some of the comments that people have been taking, the points people have been taking from your time. James says it's one thing not to stop and another not to lose interest in what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Someone is watching you, most definitely. Yeah. Going the extra mile, says fantastic. And she says it resonates with me. Somebody else says dare to be different. If Unaya says dare to be different, yes. Yeah. And that is what you are. In fact, you were told about this in very short notice, and you agreed and jumped on it. And I'm very excited. I'm happy. I'm grateful, most grateful to you for being here tonight with us, Ms. Abang. We look forward to doing bigger and better things with you. As long as you are here in Delta State, we would keep
Yeah.
doing much more with you. Someone again says hard work truly pays. We just need not to relent. Thank you for sharing your experience. That's gracious.
I would like
Gracious
to
there.
add one more thing though. You know, there are
Okay, go ahead.
a lot of times people see, when they see a lady in some certain position, they feel you probably must have either sold your body at some point or the other to get there. I would like to say this directly to the ladies. Please, that is a big lie, because I can confidently say I was never, or I would say I never had to put myself through that, because it is all lies. All
True.
lies. Whatever they maybe some other time I will speak on the number of sexual harassment I have had to go through, and how I overcame, and how I was able to even overcome the predators as well, because there's a
Yes.
technique to it.
There's a technique. Fantastic. I would like you to come share that with our women when we are having the Delta Women Empowerment Summit. It's coming on very soon. A few months down the line, we will have the Delta Women Empowerment Summit. I will want you to come and share the technique to avoid predators with our women. That would be fantastic. And I hope that you would answer the call when the time comes.
Of course, always.
I trust you. I trust you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would not let you go yet. I would just bring our other speakers to come in and put one or two comments to your presentation. Favour Oghenegoma, you're right there. What do you think? What did you take? I saw you listening all through. What's your take on Abang Dove's presentation? Favour Oghenegoma, go ahead. All right, I'll bring Omatsuli Onuwaje in. Omatsuli, are you there?
Awesome, I'm here.
Okay, so what's your take on Omatsuli, hold on. Favour, go ahead. Favour, go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you, Favour. Go ahead.
Yes, all the essay to the governor has been said. All she has been saying, she has been talking about tenacity and perseverance. She has persevered through all the stories she has been giving to us.
Now.
Yes, tenacity and perseverance. I listened to her all through, and believe me, I was just amazed, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that she has actually she's gone a little bit into what I'm about to share with viewers here.
Okay, let me pause you right there. Let me pause you right there, and allow you to present when it's your turn. Omatsuli Onuwaje, 1 minute. What's your take on the essay's presentation? Before we let
me first of all celebrate her for that amazing presentation. I celebrate you. Thank you so much. Well, my take home from what she shared is going the extra mile. The truth is, anytime you go the extra mile.
Hold on, Omatsuli. It's like she can't hear us. You can't hear us at all?
I can only hear you.
Oh, you can't hear
them. I can
them.
only hear you, Manuel. Yeah, I can't hear them.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So no problems. The audience will hear what they have to say. But I'm gonna just hold on. There's a question that is very key that you should answer. Once Onuwaje finishes, I'll come to you with that question. Onuwaje, go ahead.
Okay, so what I was saying is for anyone who goes the extra mile, regardless of what it is that you're doing, like you said, and like we know, someone is watching. And that becomes your selling point, because where the people are stopping, you decided to go the extra mile, and that would always make you stand out wherever you are and whatever thing you're doing. So that's a take home that I think everyone should go home with. Go the extra mile, regardless of
fantastic. Fantastic. You guys are on fire. You're ready to spit in your session, but let me take you back to the green room. And by the time our essay to the governor is gone, I'll bring you guys on board. I want to give her one final question. I'll take you guys to the green room now. Stay there, wait for me. Miss Abang, there's this question, and I think it's very
Yeah.
critical that you say it. It says, how can the sense of entitlement attitude of the average Delta youth be discouraged? Remember that the typical average Delta youth is too proud to work but not ashamed to beg. I know you have experienced it while you are here. We have people they're just too proud to touch anything, but they are not ashamed to ask you to give to them. How do we change this attitude? How can it be discouraged? And that's the question from Chris. I'll allow you answer this last one and then I'll let you go. Over to you.
Okay. All right. This is actually a setup question, but okay. The truth is, sense of entitlement is actually everywhere. There are lots of young people who are really entitled, not just only in Delta State, but regardless of regardless of the location, one thing remains constant, right? Young people need to understand that absolutely nobody owes you anything. Not your political leaders, not your, and you know one funny thing actually, specifically relating to Delta State. Not just Delta, everywhere, because I've been privileged to work in Kwara State and okay, Abuja is more
Abuja.
central. Yeah. Okay, let me just use state now, Kwara State and then now Delta. One thing is sure, and I actually tell as many young Deltans that I meet, make yourself relevant. Just the same thing we are saying. Those people, those leaders that you keep calling and chasing after and complaining that they don't pay attention to you, will be the ones come looking for you. There is no
True.
way you would
True.
have skills, these skills that I have mentioned, that they won't come looking for you. They would even
True.
beg you to pay you to work for them. So the technique is just simple. Let us let go, irrespective of who you are, Delta, not Delta, anywhere in Nigeria, Nigerian youth generally, let go of that sense of entitlement. Nobody owes you anything. Work for what you need. Even as far as people you do things for don't owe you anything, because they will
True.
end up disappointing you. So work for what you work hard, make yourself relevant. If you find yourself, study your environment, see what your environment needs, and make yourself the
And
go-to
meet it.
person. Yes.
Yes.
So
Fantastic. Fantastic.
don't sit around and wait for opportunities.
Mm. Don't that's a good landing point. Don't hang around, sit around, and wait for opportunities. Go ahead and grab opportunities by the
Yeah.
throat. Grab them, they're everywhere. Thank you, Abang Veronica. Thank you for your time.
My
I
pleasure, my
truly,
pleasure, my
truly,
pleasure.
truly, truly appreciate, and I know that everybody watching now truly appreciates this. And there are more people who will watch after now who would also know that you have indeed shared with us what we can do to get ahead in this post-COVID world. Thank you for your time, Ms. Abang. I want to let you go
Thank
so that you
you.
can rest, but I
Thank
can
you.
tell you that I'm going to come back again for you. Somebody already
No
said here that
problem.
he says, "Thanks so much. I can completely get the crying because of the stress." She says, "Thank you very much," and she's already encouraging me. Say, "Please invite her. Oh. I hope you can see there. They're already asking me to invite you."
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, yes. I'll be glad to come back.
All right, fantastic. Make yourself relevant
Yeah.
and indispensable. As you can see, the Honorable SA to the Delta State Governor on new media is relevant and indispensable, and that's why she's here. It's not easy to serve the Senate President and serve a sitting state
True.
governor. That's not a mean feat for a very young lady. I would have asked her to tell us her age, but let's leave that for another day. It's a story. But anyhow, thank you very much for
All
joining us
right.
tonight. I truly appreciate you.
All
God
right. My
bless you.
pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah.
All right, that has been the the special assistant to the Delta State Governor on new media, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. She just shared with us fantastic tips on if you miss them, you need to go back and watch this video. I'm not going to go to share that with you now because we have our second speaker who's already on queue and ready to go. He has a slide He's a John Maxwell certified trainer, and he's here big. I can tell you that. He's here big. He's here ready. Go get your pen. Go get your biro. Go get everything that you need. Omatsuli Onuwaje is on fire. He's on fire. I'm going to bring him right here. But until you watch this, after this short break, I will bring Omatsuli Onuwaje on. So watch this while I go get Omatsuli Onuwaje. All right, that's been the journey. That's been the journey. If you already don't know the journey of the Mega Youth Summit, with that video you have seen the journey. Just a minute, my power is almost going down. We can't let it go down. We are too hot tonight to go down. So let me get my power good. Power is ready. Just a minute. Yes, I'm fine. I'm back. I'm powered. Omatsuli Onuwaje is here. Let me just read quickly his citation. Omatsuli Onuwaje is a personal and corporate leadership expert. As a seasoned leadership consultant for SMEs, MSMEs, high net worth individuals, he has delivered pragmatic yet results-oriented strategies to take their organizations to newer heights. A graduate of microbiology from the University of Lagos, Koka Yaba, who further went to study international business from the world-renowned University of Liverpool, following his passion for leadership, entrepreneurship at the global space. He's a certified member of the John Maxwell team, the world's #1 leadership organization based in Ontario, Florida. He's a certified speaker and trainer from the Nia Adesanya Speakers Academy. He's a trained leader with character and value from the Feladroto Gemstone. This man knows everybody and is connected to everybody that is everybody. He's a principal consultant and Find Your Voice Consult, a leadership organization with primary assignment to raise transformational leader. He's married to a doctor, Dr. Mrs. Onuwaje, and they are blessed with 3 children. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you tonight my brother and friend. Me and this man has a long story, but I'm not sharing that story tonight. I just bring him up quickly. Omatsuli Onuwaje is right here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's good to be here. Segun Manuel, thank you so much. Thank you.
I call him Delta's foremost John Maxwell certified speaker.
Say that again.
I don't know anyone else. It's Delta's foremost John Maxwell certified. Even I am not John Maxwell certified. John Maxwell certified speaker. But hold on, Omatsuli Onuwaje, you are here right now. I want to bring my last speaker for tonight on the stream. Favour Oghenegoma is right here. He's watching. He's going to be wrapping up tonight for us. If you know Favour Oghenegoma, he's a man on fire. He's a man ready, loaded, and ready to explode. I'm keeping him and preserving him for the last push tonight. When Omatsuli finishes talking about leadership, Favour Oghenegoma is going to wrap up everything that our different speakers talked about today, and he will give us that extra that's going to make us exceptional. And Favour Oghenegoma, you are live here. I'm showing you to our audience so that they know that you are here and that you are still here and that you'll be coming up in another 20 minutes. Favour Oghenegoma will be up to wrap up tonight for us. Don't forget that Zion Oshiobugie will be live tomorrow. Miss Itimi just interviewed Seth Godin. If you know Seth Godin is the father of marketing in today's world. Itimi just interviewed her. She's the digital marketer. She'll be telling us how to take our business digital. And then my daughter, Voke Palmer, will be here tomorrow. to share with us on some fantastic strategies that you will need. Favour Oghenegoma, what do you have to say about Omatsuli Onuwaje? You have known him for a while. Just one word about Omatsuli.
Wow, he's a fantastic young man. And for me, I call him the leadership expert in Delta State.
Exactly.
When he speaks, you be trembling. Yeah, leadership expert, yes, in Delta State. I celebrate him greatly.
I celebrate you too. Thank you so much.
So I'm going to let Omatsuli Onuwaje take it from here. The brother came with a slide, man. He came with a slide. That's how John Maxwell's trainers do.
Yeah, that's what's in our DNA. We're taught to over deliver. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so I hope.
Take it away, Omatsuli. I'm going to allow you over deliver now in the next 20 minutes.
Awesome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of this. Let me first of all begin by appreciating my brother and my friend Segun Manuel for putting this together. Like you said, we've been together for many years. Segun is we can say Segun is like my twin brother from another mother. You know, he's indeed a brother. And like I would want to say here, if I notice someone who is doing well, I like to commend them. I like to appreciate and celebrate them. So Segun Manuel, I celebrate you because you are doing very well. Indeed, you are doing very well. Thank you so much for bringing me on this platform tonight. I do hope you have your pens, your writing pads, because we're going to learn a lot tonight. All right. So please stay connected. Don't get distracted. Make sure your mind, your spirit, soul, and body is here with us tonight. Because if you practice what I'm going to share with you tonight, I guarantee you that at the next year's Mega Youth Summit, you will have more than 1 or 2, 3 things that you will share with us that you've put into practice and are beginning to pay off for you. I guarantee you that. So let's go. Let's hit the slides. Now, I've been asked to speak on how to build personal leadership at contemporary times. How to build personal leadership at contemporary times. Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, I want you to please indicate. You can probably just do that on the comment section. Let me be sure that you can hear me and you can see everything that is going on here. So, like I said, my topic is, can you see me, Segun? Can you see me?
Yes, we can see your slide. Just make it, put it in a presentation mode so that it can be clear for the people watching. Fantastic, it's there. Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, good. So I'm speaking on building personal leadership in contemporary times. Let me begin by saying these are actually the times that the world-renowned management consultant by the name Peter Drucker talked about many years ago. He said that the world that we're living in is actually driven by the 3 C's, which is actually accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. I take that again. The world that we're living in, like never before, is what Peter Drucker predicted many years ago. And that is the world that is characterized by accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and then tremendous competition. Now, things are never, I believe, would never go back the same like they were before. So it's better we start readjusting and tweaking our plans to live at the times that we're in right now. These are interesting times. And only those who actually prepare for the things that would happen after this whole pandemic experience would actually stay afloat. It's not a prediction of doom, but that's just the reality. That's the current reality. So let's go forward. Now, I want to begin by saying that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership, whether it is governmental leadership or parental leadership. It's all about leadership. If the head fails, the other parts of the body, of course, will go down the drain as well. So it's all about what you do at this time. And the kind of leadership we're talking about is not the leadership to do with the government of the day or the government at the national level. Because we're very used to blaming someone. We always love to play the blame game. It's because of my father, it's because of my mother, it's because of the Delta State government, it's because of Buhari and all of that stuff. We always look for someone to take all the blames. We don't want to take up responsibility. But the whole idea of what I'm going to share with you tonight is to take all those things out of the way and look at yourself as being responsible for the results that your life is currently producing at this moment. taking all those blame games out of the way and then taking responsibility for your life. Because basically, everything rises and falls on leadership. And the most interesting leadership that I've ever studied and learned is personal leadership. I took personal interest in this because I know if you make up your mind to do something, if you make up your mind to get to a particular place in your life, by the grace of God, you will surely get there, because it all depends on you. You are responsible. I go to the next slide. What therefore is personal leadership? Personal leadership is the ability to develop and utilize your positive leadership traits to guide the direction of your life, instead of letting time and chance determine your course. I'm going to take that again. Personal leadership is the ability for you to develop and utilize your positive leadership traits to guide the direction of your life, instead of letting time and chance determine your course. What this simply means is that you are taking the bull by the horn. You are the captain of your ship. You are not allowing anyone to determine what your purpose is. You determine it by yourself. And anyone who drives with this kind of mentality surely gets to his desired destination. It is your ability to see a vision about your life, knowing that you are here for a purpose and doing everything against all odds to get there, whether by hook or by crook. All right, so I want to begin again by defining how this can begin to play out in your life. We cannot begin to build a structure to do with personal leadership without first of all knowing where you are in life. So I'm going to present to you what I call the ideal life pyramid. The ideal life pyramid. There are 5 levels I'm going to share with you tonight. And so you would first of all determine where you are on this pyramid, because this is what will now begin to inform the next decision that you will need to take before this post-COVID era is, a reality to us. And so the first level on the ideal life pyramid are those who don't know what they are doing with their lives. It would amaze you that there are so many people when you have a chat with them and just ask them one simple question: what is your purpose? Why are you here? They don't know why they're here. They've left their lives to time and chance. They've left their life to what I call let anything happen, or we're just living life expecting that whenever God allows us to get to a particular place, that's when we'll get there. But I choose to disagree with that kind of lifestyle, because the scriptures also says that you should commit your plans unto the hands of the Lord, and then he will establish them. So there are people who are in the category of not even knowing why they're here. They have no plans, they have no vision, they have no desire for anything in life, and that's quite sad. So I want you to please take very careful note of where you are as we begin to share the ideal life pyramid. The next stage on the ideal life pyramid, okay, let me just go with this. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. There are so many lives that are abused today simply because they do not know why they are here, and it's quite sad. Second level on the ideal life pyramid are those who are aware that they do not know why they are here. So they know that life is bigger than what they currently experience, but they don't really have an understanding. They can't figure it out. Life is still like a mirage to them. So these people are even better than the level 1 people, because they know that life is bigger and better than what they're experiencing now. But how to figure out what to do with their lives is now their assignment, as it were. So it takes us to the level number 3, which is the set of people who they know they have potentials. They know that they have the ability, they know they have talent, but they don't know how to put their potentials into full capacity yet. I'm very interested in this kind of people because they are easy to train, they are easy to retrain, they are easy to lead them to their desired destination. They're easy to work with them. There are people who, when they look at themselves in the mirror, they see greatness, even though when they look at their current reality, it looks like they're failures. So if you look at the slide very carefully, you see that the cat is looking at the water, and the water is like a reflection of its image. But what is seen in the water is like a tiger. He's seeing that he has the capacity that is greater than what its current reality is. But how we can manifest the picture in that water is what we as trainers, we as coaches help them achieve. So it takes me to the 4th one, which most people are. They have discovered that, they know what they want to do, but they are not focused in doing it. They are double-minded. They are still testing waters. So these are people who, for example, they have a 9 to 5. They are still clinging to their jobs because that's what they see as their take home. But hear me very carefully. So many people who are going to a job that they go because of the take home, their take home is not even enough to take them home. I'm going to say that again. There are so many people that are clinging to jobs because of the take home, but their take home is not enough to take them home. So they are enslaving themselves because they are afraid of their future. They don't know what tomorrow holds for them. That's why they are clinging to their current reality when life has so much to offer. So these guys are testing waters. So for example, the slide that you have in front of you, if you can see it carefully, you see a leg of someone's leg in the water. So if you go to a swimming pool and you see a guy or a lady who is just standing by the side of the water and putting his leg or putting her leg, but not getting into the pool, I'm sure you're going to wonder, why is she doing that? That is exactly what the people at the fourth level do. They are testing waters, but never bold enough to dive into that water. So let's go to the fifth level because of my time. These are guys who have discovered what they want to do with their lives. They have delved into it and they are dedicated to it. They are full-time. They've gone all out to develop their potentials, to develop their capacity, to develop their talent in order for them to live a fulfilled life. Listen to me, guys. If you are trading your fulfillment for Naira right now, I feel so sorry, because a time is going to come in your life when you look back and you have regrets because you never lived the life that you were created to live. People who are at the peak level of their lives are at the level 5 of the ideal life pyramid. And these are guys who just spread their wings and fly. Can you see this guy here? This is the eagle on the slide, if you can see it from your screen. This eagle flies all day, apart from the time that, you know, it's going to shut down and rest and sleep or something. Eagles never get tired of flying. Fishes never get tired of swimming. So there is something that God has put inside of you that if you find out what that thing is, you will never get tired of doing it. That's what I am here for. How to help you to build that personal leadership that will take you to your desired destination. Now, how can we do that? So I have on the slide here 3 dimensions of personal discovery for effective personal leadership. There are 3 dimensions that can help you live this ideal life that I'm sure you have been yearning for, that I'm sure you have been crying to God for on the altar of your church. God, help me, I want to be fulfilled. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear is going to lead you to that life. The first thing I'm going to share with you on this session is you should look up. I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in the Almighty God. So I look up.
Omatsuli Onuwaje, hold on. You're on fire. You are on fire. You are on fire. But before you share these 3 dimensions, I want to encourage those watching now. You will be wicked if you are getting this for free and you are not sharing it with other people. So start a watch party with this video. I am creating all of this for free to you today. Don't watch it alone and don't allow others get the benefit of this. So go start a watch party now, right? You watching on Facebook, you watching on whatever you're watching on YouTube. Share this video, call somebody, share it to them, say, come and watch 3 dimensions to personal discovery. The John Maxwell certified speaker is throwing it out and the man is on fire, but it will be bad if you do not allow other people to enjoy this. So please do share this while your Omatsuli Onuwaje continues with the 3 dimensions of personal discovery that you can use for effective personal leadership. Go ahead, my speaker. You are doing very well, sir.
Thank you so much, Segun Manuel. So like I said, the 3 dimensions of personal discovery for effective personal leadership begins with looking up. And I'm very intentional about this because I know definitely that a lot of people right now, most especially in this generation, do not belong to those people who think that man came out from one ape or from one monkey. If you are still holding on to that kind of thought, well, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. But I believe that I was created by the Almighty God, and He has planted me here on earth to fulfill a purpose. So I would always look up to Him for what He has brought me here for, most especially at the times that we're in right now. It's a difficult time. The pandemic came and swept so many people off their feet. So many people are living in fear. Businesses are shutting down. So many people don't even know what their tomorrow holds. And so the only thing that gives you confidence is when you are looking up to the one who is your maker, to the one who is the beginning and the end. So I recommend that you look up. And I want to give you a scripture that can help you with this. If you have a Bible with you, you can go after this session, and then just ponder on it, pray with it, and trust me, you would get a revelation. It's Jeremiah 33 verse 3. I'm going to say that again. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. What's in that scripture? It says, "Call unto me, and I will answer you, and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know." I'm going to quote it again. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. It says, "Call unto me, and I will answer you, and I will show you great and mighty things that you do not know." In other words, until you go back to your maker, until you go back to the one who created you, you will never know why you are here. There is a manual to your life, and that manual is the Bible. You are like a product, and every product that is being produced by a manufacturer, there are certain things that it was designed for. So there are things that you have been programmed for, there are things you have been wired for, and if you are in the wrong zone, you are abusing yourself. And that's why Dr. Miles Monroe said, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So I don't want you to be abused at that place of your job. I don't want you to be abused at that place where you are struggling, thinking that you are clinging to a job security. Trust me, the best security you can have is the security of discovering who you are, because they can fire you from your job, but they cannot fire you from your work. Your job is what you go to from your 9 to 5. Your work is what you do from 5 to 9. And your work is what, when you develop and deliver, the world will pay you anything for it. You determine what you are paid for because you are giving value to that. But let me not dwell too much on this because I have so much to share tonight. Let's go forward. Now, okay, well, let me just go back here for a moment to look up. I want to share with you the experience that a lady known as Ijeoma Ndukwe had. When she came for the Delta Mega Youth Summit, whilst I was also speaking on that same summit, we shared for a while, and she said something really interesting before she came to speak, for the audience to hear. She said she was going through difficulties at a particular time in her life, and so she waited on the Lord. She fasted, she prayed, and the time came when she heard a voice whilst she was just about to break up, that fast, that program she was on. And what was it? She said after looking upward, she got an inspiration to go to her fridge. And that's God speaking. And God said, "Go to the fridge." What's in the fridge? She was wondering, how can I be so broke and I have something that can solve my problem in the fridge? And she said, as she obeyed the voice, I went to the fridge. There was a wrap of akamu. How many of you know akamu? The same akamu that you know? Yes, that's right. Akamu was in the fridge, and she got an inspiration to start selling akamu. Do you know today that's what has placed her on the global sphere as a global entrepreneur? So when you look upward, anything can happen, because without revelation, there is no transformation. I'm going to say that again. Without revelation, there is no transformation. So you need to get a revelation for your life before you can experience the transformation that will make the world celebrate you. So when you've looked upward, the next thing that will begin to happen is to look inward. No man was created empty by God. Can you see this? The Superman logo on this slide is to indicate that there is something inside of you. You are created for greatness. You were created to dominate. You were never created to become a failure. So until you look inward and begin to tap into your untapped potentials, that mediocrity will still begin to it will continue to resonate with your life. But until you look inward and begin to tap into those untapped potentials, you will not manifest your greatness. So look inward. I haven't heard what the inspiration is after looking upward. And then what happens afterward? You will now begin to look forward. This is where you see your desired reality. This is where you begin to connect the dots from your current reality that may not be pleasant to you, that may reflect failure, that may reflect disappointment. But once you stay focused on your desired reality, and you are willing to pay the price that connects you from your current reality to your desired reality, you will remain stagnant. But if you are willing to pay the price, trust me, the beautiful picture that you see ahead of you, you will become a testimony of the manifestation. So what begins to happen?
Hold on, sir. You are spitting so much fire that I need to calm you down. The thing is coming. It's too hot to handle. But let me confirm that people are following and they are listening. If you can hear what I'm actually saying, anything hits you at the head, hits you in your face, please put it in the comment section. We want to see and know that you are following. If you can't hear, or for example, the slide is not moving as well in your area, let us know, so that Omatsuli will not just be speaking and you are not following. I'm following, I'm listening. Favour is following. Abang is also listening. The essay to the governor, she's listening. We are enjoying what Omatsuli is doing, but we want to be sure that the people watching are also following and following properly. So if you are hearing what Omatsuli is saying, any points that hits you, please do put it in the comment section. We will do definitely point on the screen. Omatsuli, you have 5 minutes more, but in that 5 minutes, share with us the 3 things that should happen and that will change our leadership. I know you have so much more, but this is the time we have. In 5 minutes, and let the fire come out of you and let it hit the people of Delta State and people outside Delta, because there's someone who says it's from outside Delta State that is watching. Let me put that comment there. So I'd rather you generalize the stance of participant, given that there are other youths like me from other places than Delta. Meanwhile, a big thank you to the SA for the insightful presentation. Thank you, Charles. So, Omatsuli, please give it to us in the next 5 minutes while we move on.
All right. Well, I will just run through. Okay, so like I was trying to say, there are 3 things that would happen and that are already happening even now. Organizations and individuals are sinking. Some of them are being swayed. They are tossed right, left, and center with the happenings of the times. And some will sail to their desired destination. The question I want to ask, what group do you belong to? Are you going to sink? Are you going to be swayed? Or are you going to swim? What's the current reality of the Delta youth? It's not so pleasant. We have a lot of things that, you know, when you mention you are from Warri, most especially, there's this kind of, I don't want to use the word stigma, but they look at you with a very funny, you know, look like, okay, well, Warri is one kind of place where nothing good can happen. And that's why I'm so proud of my brother, my friend, Segun Manuel, for the great work that you're doing to make people all over the world know that there are people who are from one, you know, call it a little corner called Warri and in Delta State. May God bless you richly for this you're doing. So the current reality of the Delta youth is, you know, you're talking about pipeline bunkering, parrying and all of that, you know, with the idea of Warri the carry last. But we're going to cancel that and really see how we can become a globally relevant youth. Just like what we're doing. Like you can see this guy is looking sharp and prim proper. That's the kind of, you know, that's the image I have of the Warri youth in the nearest future. So like I said earlier, life will never be as it were before. So what do we need to begin to do to ensure that we change the current trend? Number 1, invest in your mind through reading. It is a time for us to unlearn, learn, and relearn certain things. So the kind of lifestyle we used to have before, we must let it go. The site you used to go to collect money for DEVE, some of those guys don't even have money to go back to sites to complete their projects. So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay hungry because the place you used to go to cause trouble before you get money, you know, it's not going to be functional anymore? No, that's not going to happen. So invest in your mind. Invest in your mind, study, read, and, you know, see what you can do with yourself. Number 2, change your friends if you have to. If your friends are not growing, someone says that you are a reflection of your friends. So show me your friends and I can tell you who you are. If you know that you are in a group of people where they are not going anywhere, I guarantee you are not going anywhere. It was Les Brown who said his mother told him that if you hang around with 5 broke people, you will become number 6. So if you are going to be successful in life, you have to be intentional to begin to hook up with people who can help you become who you desire to be. Number 3, despite the shame, you must learn new skills, especially digital skill. Now, this is what the essay I talked about before. You must think of how to develop things, content, product that you can sell online. Life has never been like this before. My church, for example, we didn't used to do online services. But since the pandemic, we had to tweak our service style. We now do online services. That's the same kind of thing that should happen to you. What kind of skill can you develop that you will put online that people will still pay you money for? Number 4, get a mentor or a coach. So contact Segun Manuel, get a favor, get someone who can guide you through the process, that will hold your hands and lead you to that place where you currently desire to get to. And I think this will be my last slide for tonight because of my time. I want to say this very carefully, that for you to actually become someone who God wants you to be in your life, you must spend time examining the kind of life that you're living. Socrates says the unexamined life is not worth living. I say that again. The unexamined life is not worth living. So if you are just there living your life day in, day out, without taking stocks of how you spend your time, how you spend your resources, what you do with your life, you are going to end up just anywhere in life. But for as many people who have a desire of getting somewhere in life, if you examine your life and begin to tweak what you intend to do and do them intentionally, trust me, you will arrive at your destination. With this, my brother, my friend, I say thank you for the opportunity. May God bless you. Thank you.
Ewo. Ewo. I'm sure everybody in the comment section would agree with me that Omatsuli Onuwaje has been on fire. That is a man on fire. Whoa, so much insight shared, so much lesson shared. I have a question from somebody, from a young lady, my little cousin in Lagos. She says, sir, you have been talking, thank you very much first, Omatsuli, for this powerful presentation. He said you've been talking about looking inwards and utilizing your potentials. As a teenager, being in a place where you have no idea of what you want to do and everything is all mixed up, what exactly am I meant to look inwards to? And there's a follow-up to the question. It says, if you have a lot of things you want to do, how do you know which of them is the right one to pursue? 2 minutes, Omatsuli.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Now, for the fact that you have a couple of things in your heart that you want to do, I would say that you carry out what I call a SWOT analysis. Amongst all of these, which one of them do you think is your strongest point? Where would you say that you have more of your strength tilted towards amongst all of these things? For example, I can do a lot of things. I play drums. I don't sing too well, but yes. But then I discovered at a time in my life that speaking is one area where I have my strength. I had to intentionally focus on it and started developing myself in that area. And then identified a niche for myself, which is this area of personal leadership and leadership as a whole, and then I started, offering my services. So you can do it. So what I closed with is going to be like a guide. First of all, pray to God. Be in a place where you can hear your heart beat. That was how I found my voice. I prayed. I stayed in a place where I could meditate and hear in my heart. If you are a child of God and you have the Spirit of God in you, you would be led to know what to do. Bible says, for as many that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So that, I think that's the starting point. If you are not born again, you need to find God, because it's the one who would actually deliver to you all that you need to do with your time and life. Because there's so many people who developed skills and they developed their potentials. They climbed a wall and went so high, only for them to discover that they were on the wrong side of the wall. So for you not to waste your time and your life, you need to find the exact thing that you were called to do in this lifetime, because you only have one to live. And the way you spend your time will be a reflection of your life. That's why it is called lifetime. Your life and your time are critical to the manifestation of your purpose. So I want to say this again, that you need to go back, first of all, to God. Amongst all of these things that you think you can do, there would be one that strikes most to you, that you do stresslessly, that you do effortlessly, that people seek your attention for. They come to you and say, hey, even though when they look at it, they're looking like a big task, but you do it and you do it so well. Look at Segun Manuel, for example. He's doing this thing and he's just chilling. He's enjoying himself. Be a fish in water. Like I said, the bird that never gets tired of swimming or flying. The fish never gets tired of swimming. Trees never get tired of bearing fruits and seeds. So there is something that goes with you, that when you do it effortlessly. That's the one you should go for first. And then maybe if you truly desire to do the other ones, then you can develop them. But that should be your priority. The one that you do and you do so well, and then people also recommend that that's the one that actually blesses them, that adds value to their lives. That's my suggestion and my recommendation. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Omatsuli Onuwaje. I know that question would have helped somebody else. People can also give us suggestions in the comment section. So if you're in the comment section, you can quickly throw an advice. Somebody says you can go into e-commerce. That's the way the world is going right now. If you can do all the research, you can do that. Her mom says she can talk for Africa. I mean the world, and can write effortlessly. So she's gifted.
Great.
So let's tie it around. She can do, if she can write, she can do copywriting. If she can talk, she can be a speaker. She can be a poet. She can be many things she can do. So, but whichever
Exactly.
works and whichever brings the money, work it around what is going to bring the money. But at the end of the day, if your gift is not bringing income in, you're going to have challenges tomorrow. I'm actually can tell you that.
Exactly.
So you need to tie all that around. Let me also read this comment. Do not let time and chance determine your life purpose. I hope I can still have the session online. Yes, you can. He said you couldn't really catch up with the first speaker. Network Palava, no wahala. The session, once we are done tonight, is going to be live here on Facebook, and it's also going to be at my YouTube. Just in case you have not liked this page, please go ahead and like it. Many of you can comment because you have liked the page. Many others can comment because they have not liked the page. Comment and like the page, and then you can make your comments and we can see it and bring it on live here. Thank you all. Thank you, especially Omatsuli Onuwaje. I'm going to bring Favour on to tell me what he thinks about your session before I bring him on finally. Favour, you have been listening to this man of God and he has been on fire. The anointing has been oozing out of him. What's your take, sir?
Man, we really need to use some cold water to pour on his head, because I think
Exactly.
Omatsuli is really on fire. He is really on fire. He's like Jesus Christ coming in before John the Baptist. That is where the problem is now. Are you getting me?
But it's exciting.
Well, but that was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was
Go ahead,
fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I said that was fantastic. His session was just wow. I celebrate you, my brother. I celebrate you. I learned a lot from you. Yeah.
All right. Favour Oghenegoma is coming next. For those who don't already know Favour Oghenegoma, Omatsuli is just the John the Baptist. He has opened the way for the one who is coming. The one who is coming
Jesus
after
Christ.
him. The one who is coming after him. But anyhow, Omatsuli, thank you. I'll take you guys off the stream. I'll bring you up in a few minutes. Omatsuli, thank you for your time. I hope you will still be around. Let Favour cap it up for us tonight. But before I bring on Favour, quickly, I would like us to watch this video of how we started the Mega Youth Summit before I introduce Favour Oghenegoma to us. Watch this video quickly. All right, welcome back to Mega Youth Summit 2020. This for me has been the most exciting edition. Just sitting in the comfort of my room and people sitting down there watching. I don't have to transport you. I don't have to do anything. You are there watching, and in fact, we're having more participants from across Nigeria. People are watching from Lagos. People are watching from Abuja. People are watching from Asaba. People are watching from everywhere. So you didn't have to reside in Delta State, to be a part of this summit. And I thank you, everyone watching from Lagos and everywhere. Thank you. God bless you. And I hope you're learning something. Let me know in the comment section what is it that you have learned tonight. If we close this session now, what have you learned? We're not closing yet. I'm bringing my friend and brother, the one who they call my twins. When you see Aki and Popo, you see Tom and Jerry. I'm the Tom, is my Jerry, and I'm the Aki, is my Popo. He's my brother and friend. We've come a long way. Since I knew him, I know that this guy's got something. I got good guys in my circle, and this is another one of them that I want to introduce to you. Favour Oghenegoma is a certified UN ambassador, a counselor, and a social media influencer. He's an entrepreneur and has ventured into various projects, which includes petroleum marketing. He's also into commercial fish farming and livestock farming. He's the CEO of Favour Consult, a registered contractors with some government agencies. He's passionate about constant mind renewal for the young at heart, which is the catalyst for life transformation. As a conference speaker, he has spoken at various summits and various conferences. He's here and he's my brother, and I'm bringing him on. Favour Oghenegoma, welcome to Delta Mega Youth Summit 2020. Can you hear me, Favour Oghenegoma? Hello, Favour, can you hear me? It's your time. Okay, it's like his stream is season. I would take him off the stream and let him go. Oh, he's back now.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Can you hear me now?
Hello. I can hear you, but I think, all right, I can hear you very well, loud and clear. I can hear you.
Fantastic. You know what I would advise? I would advise you to go off the stream and come back so that whatever lag it is.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, you just need to go off and come back.
I'm on backstage. I can't see you even.
Oh no, I brought you up, but it's because
yes, I can hear you very well.
But you can't see me. Okay, so if you can hear me, just go off and come back. Go off and come back.
Come back. All right. All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my guest is here. Is on fire. I'm sure Network wants to play a fast one because they know that what he's going to share tonight is going to be a capping on everything. But don't forget that tomorrow night we have Zion Oshiobugie, we have Itimi, we have Voke Palmer, my daughter. She will be here, and three of them. And I'm going to have a guest, a strange guest. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to announce that. My guest tomorrow, I'll bring an unknown guest will join the three of them tomorrow night. If you have learned something already from the essay to the governor on new media and from Omatsuli Onuwaje, you can guarantee that tomorrow night is going to be fire. It's going to be awesome. There will be more people. Announce this, share the stream, let people know that this is what you've learned tonight. Favour Oghenegoma is back, and I'm bringing him on the stream. Favour, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Thank you, Segun Manuel. I can hear you very well.
You can see me too?
I want to say it has been a very, very... Yeah, I can see you very well. Very clear.
Okay, fantastic. I'm just going to let you go ahead and speak your stuff in the next 20 minutes, and we'll wrap up there.
Wow, I can say this is a very insightful evening. I have learned a lot from the first two speakers that came before me. I have learned so much. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to my friend and brother, Segun Manuel. You are doing a very great work, a very, very great work. In case you don't know, you have become the kind of a rallying point for young people. And by the grace of God, I'm sure we are going to go places together. The top will not just, getting to the top is something that is very sure for you and for what you stand for. I really want to appreciate you. I want to say that in as much as we've gotten enough knowledge, information this evening, one thing we have to have at the back of our mind is, irrespective of what you know, if you don't put what you know to use, you will be having a lot of problems. Even the good books, which is the Bible, says that it is not what you hear. You are not justified just by what you hear, but by what you do. So I want to encourage every young person that is listening right now. Everything you've heard before now and everything you are going to hear even now, you have to begin to learn how to put what you've heard to use. I am just going to say something concerning being tenacious and perseverance. Now, the first speaker came in and she was talking about skills, how to go digital, how she made use of her skills, and it has helped her. Today, she is in the payroll of the governor of Delta State, which she has done something that has to do with even at national level. All this happened because of one thing. She was very tenacious. She held on to what she believed. She was very, very proud of herself. She carried herself with dignity, and she did all she did because she knew she had something in mind she wants to achieve as a person. I want to advise us as young people, irrespective of your background, irrespective of where you are coming from, irrespective of your build, where you came out from, One of the things that is going to help us even in this post-COVID era is for us to be tenacious. We need to hold on to our dream. We need to hold on to what we believe. We need to hold on to that thing that we see in the eyes of our spirit. Because if you don't hold on very tightly to what you believe, definitely there are distractions that are going to come as a result of your pursuit in life. For example, you are going to school. Going to school is not something that is not something you just go and come back. There are going to be ups, there are going to be downs. Definitely, there are certain things you are going to pass through when you want to get to where you are going to. But if you are not a tenacious person, if you cannot hold on to something, there is no way you will succeed in life. In this post-COVID-19 era, what we need at this moment is strong will. We need strong will to be able to push through what we are doing. My friend and brother Segun Manuel knows very well that even in this season, we started something that is not usual. And by the grace of God, it's because of tenacity, it's because of perseverance. Even when we know that there are so much that are coming in terms of odds when it has to do with what we started. But you see, when you hold on to what you want to do and you ask God to it and you believe that, look, this is my dream and I want it to be fulfilled. I want to be fulfilled in what I'm doing. Definitely, you will get on with what you are doing. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about tenacity and perseverance. How tenacious are you? What are you holding on to? What are you doing at the moment? And how passionate are you about that thing that you are doing? Because if there is no passion, definitely you will lose what you are doing. Look at my brother and friend Segun Manuel, for example. It's as a result, what we are seeing today and why we are alive today is as a result of passion. He is a very tenacious person. Now, if you are not holding on to something very strongly, definitely you will not be able to achieve anything good. What does it mean for someone to say this person is tenacious? You have to keep a firm hold on something, clinging on something, adhering to something very closely. Very, very closely. You start something, all of a sudden you knew very well that this is something, this is what you want to do. Now, what is your driving force? What is that thing that is driving you as a result of that thing you have made up your mind that this is what I want to do? Because if there is nothing driving you, if there's nothing that is, you are not looking up to something, definitely you will lose sight of that vision. You will lose sight of that dream. You will lose sight of that project that is in your hand. Even Jesus Christ, the Bible says, because of the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. As a result of your dream, many things are going to come against you. Distractions are going to come. Even money will come as even a distraction, because there are times when you will not have the money to fulfill what you want to do. But the truth is, if you look at what is set before you, the joy that is set before you, what you stand to gain at the end of the day, you will want to pull through. You will want to say, no, I have to pull through. In life today, we have over 7.5 billion persons. And amongst these 7.5 billion persons, we just have about 5% of this total number that are playing at the top of life. Not because everybody will not want to be at the top, but the truth is, how many persons have that will? How many persons have that desire? How many persons have that strong passion to want to go for what they are looking for? It is very, very important. All we are doing today, the devices we are using today is a dream in someone's mind. Now, today we are able to come on live and all over the world, people are watching us. Someone made this thing to come to pass. Someone did something. The person held on to it. It was first a dream in the mind of the person. And at the end of the day, today is reality, is manifesting. The reason is because God told us even in his word. He said we must renew our mind constantly. One of the things you need to understand, every 6 months, what you knew yesterday becomes obsolete. Every 6 months, something new. There are better ways that are going to come as a result of what you are doing. Now, don't say because this is how we used to do it yesterday, this is how I'm going to do it. No. Look at what happened today, for example, at the churches, the religious circles. For example, for 2 months, we were unable to go to church. There are churches before now that are not online. But as a result of tenacity, some of them began to build their online presence. There are churches, for example, that physically they cannot gather 1,000 persons. Physically, they cannot gather 500 persons. But today, they have over 12, 15, 20, 30,000 persons viewing them live as a result of being tenacious. Now, because we cannot gather in a particular place, in a certain place, in an environment, now they need to begin to think, what else can I do differently? One of the things that's going to help us, even in this season, is creativity and flexibility. We have to be creative, looking for ways to do something. Doing it, that same thing that you have been doing it doing it differently. Again, you need to be flexible. In this time and age, if you are not flexible, definitely you are going to lose ground. If you are not flexible, because definitely you have to turn here, a little here and a little there, in order for you to get the desired result of what you are looking for. As young people, we must begin to think out of the box. What am I going to do differently? 2 years ago, I left a paid job. Now, it was risky. When I mean risky, it was risky. But today, I can tell you, I don't regret my decisions. No, I don't in any way. Because I have to begin to discover new ways or multiple streams of income that will bring money into my hand. Definitely, I have to let go some things. Now, that didn't come easy at all, because I have to face the risk. There are times when you don't have money to do what you need, what you used to, money to do what you used to do. Because one of the major things we need to note when we want to go into new adventure or want to get into new fields, definitely we will know that definitely you have to come up with some challenges. And if you are not a tenacious person, definitely you will give up your dream. Tenacity is needed. I'm going to read out some things that have to do with what will shape you. 21 characteristics of a tenacious person. 21 characteristics. One of them is they keep balance with emotion and logical thinking. Keep a balance with emotion and logical thinking. There must be a balance. If you lost your mind in this journey, or you cannot have a balance emotionally, definitely you are going to warn yourself out. 2, time is of essence. I was taught that time is a commodity that was given to us by God to help us. Time is a commodity. It was given to us by God to work for us, to help us, and to get us to the next level of our life. Most of us are whiling away our time instead of investing our time. Time is something, if you lost, you will never be able to recover it, because that is why the Bible says we should redeem the time. What does it mean to redeem the time? Don't waste your time. It is very, very important. The next one is they understand that change of growth is necessary. If you are not growing, definitely at a point in life, you are going to die. Change is something that is constant, whether you like it or not. Look at what happened in the last 2 months. Businesses have gone down the drain. People have lost their source of income. They are not doing what they are supposed to do again. Now, as a result of this pandemic, they have lost all that. What happened? Change came on them, just even when they didn't expect it. Change came. Whether you like it or not, change will come. I was telling somebody, I was discussing with somebody, and I told the person, I said, COVID-19, we can say, for example, it is now easing down or something, but the truth is, whether you like it or not, something else will come up tomorrow. So you need to have that adaptation and tell yourself, look, no matter what comes my way, I am going to adapt. I'm going to be creative and I'm going to be flexible. I'm going to be creative and I'm going to be flexible. The next one I'm going to talk about is people that are tenacious, they recognize the fear that's holding them back. They recognize the fear that is holding them back. What do you want to do? What is holding you? What is stopping you from doing what you want to do? I know my friend and brother wrote a book, and that said, the title of the book says, "What is stopping you?" or something. Yeah, what is stopping you? Now, what is holding you back? You need strong will to confront what is confronting you. Whether you like it or not, if you don't confront your fears will, that is what is going to crumble you. And I pray that God does not happen to you. You have to be tenacious. You have to confront that fear, and you will definitely get to the top. The next one is they don't let mistakes stop them. Now, who told you that you cannot make mistakes? Every human being living on earth, whether you like it, at one point or the other, have made mistakes. Every human being living on earth today, at one point or the other, have made mistakes. So what do? You don't allow your mistakes to keep you on the floor. No, you use your mistake as a learning point to where you are going to. In fact, if you ask me, your mistakes, the mistakes you made in the past, it's also a learning curve for you. It's also a learning curve for you. The next one I want to talk about is they understand that regardless the person they are today, they can be better. Regardless the person they are today, they can be better. I didn't start like this. I started from when I grew up in a place called Port Harcourt, and in a way, things were not, I wasn't born with silver spoon. I wasn't born with silver spoon, but I had to fight my way. Going through secondary school was hell. When I eventually got admission into the University of Science and Technology, it was really, really, really difficult. It wasn't easy. But the truth is, I knew definitely there is a place for me to get to. If my dad is not a wealthy man, then I must make sure I have to do everything humanly possible to get to where I have to go to. Because the point is, the rich men we see today, the wealthy people we see today, they made up their mind. They made up their mind and they told themselves, they said, look, I'm going to get this done. And it is as a result of tenacity, perseverance. They persevered. It wasn't an easy thing, but at the end of the day, they are, whether you like it or not, they are playing at the top of life. The next one is they celebrate and praise people's successes. One of the things that is very, very prevalent, even in the South today, is we have this thing called crab mentality. Crab mentality. Someone is going up, you want to pull the person down. You cannot spoil the same thing you are aspiring to get to, or the same position you are aspiring to get to. Don't begin to learn how to celebrate people that are doing better. Learn how to celebrate people that are doing the things you want to do. Get close to them. Ask them questions. A tenacious person will always ask questions. Someone that wants to that has the spirit of perseverance will go a little further to want to say, look, I need to do this. I need to do this. How can I do this? Because it's the questions that we ask that will give us the answers we are looking for. We need strong will. We need to persevere. We need to have a very strong will to get to where we are going to. The next one I'm going to talk about is they understand that improving oneself is not a matter for boasting. Improving oneself is not a matter for boasting. What new thing have you learned? What new thing have you learned in the last 3 months? What new thing have you learned? I was discussing with my friend and brother Segun Manuel, and he told me, he even linked me up with someone that I'm supposed to learn something very unique. Very, very unique. I have started an online course. I started an online course yesterday, and whether you like it or not, by the grace of God, I'm going to complete it, and I'm going to be certified for it. I look forward. I wake up every morning. I want to learn something new. I want to get something new. I want to get something into my spirit, because I know definitely if I remain the way I am, I'm going to go obsolete. Definitely nobody's going to listen to me. So I have to begin to learn something new. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is they live an authentic life. Some of us live a lie. I don't need to impress anybody. You don't need to impress anybody. Some of us today, as young people, are driving our capital. We are on the wheels. Every day you look for money to buy fuel for that car. And you are using your capital, driving your capital, because you want to impress somebody, because you want to tell someone that you have arrived. You are going to kill yourself before your time. Look at yourself. Do a proper analysis of your life. Tell yourself the truth. Look, I am not at this level as it is now. I will have to stay at the level where I am. When God increases my level, I will definitely go higher. You don't have anybody to impress. Don't begin to buy things you don't have any business buying. You don't have no business. You have no business. You are driving a car of 2 million naira, staying in a house of about 600,000 or 1 million naira, and you don't have any business of any kind that you do that brings money into your pocket or brings money into your account. What are you doing to yourself? You're going to kill yourself. If you are tenacious, you are going to push forward and tell yourself, no, I have to see if I have to sell this car because I cannot be driving my capital. I cannot be driving my capital. The next one is they disregard the short-term mentality. Some of us think only short-term. You have to begin to think, in the next 5 years, where am I going to be? In the next 10 years, where am I going to be? Whether you are married or you are single, whether you like it or not, every passing hour, every passing second, every passing minute, you get older. And the truth about life is that it's not just old people that die, even young people die. So you need to begin to ask yourself, begin to think long term, begin to have plans. You don't have a plan. Your plan, you say, when they ask you what's your plan, you say, I have my plan in my brain. No, your brain is not for storage. Your brain is not for storage. No, it's not for it. Get a book, get something, write down your plan. Look at it every morning when you wake up. Ask yourself, what are the small things, the little things I'm going to do to get to this point? Because if you are a tenacious person, you will definitely have a plan and you will follow your plan. The next one is they accept full responsibility of their actions. You don't blame people. Don't get into the disease of specialities. No, don't begin to blame people. If my father is rich, I'm going to be here. And if not that my dad died at the age of when I was just 21. Who cares? Who cares? I heard the essay saying something. She said, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. If you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, that's your business. Nobody owes you anything. So you need to begin to accept full responsibility. When you make a mistake, don't sit down on that mistake. Clean yourself up and move on. Tell yourself, I have made a mistake, but I'm going to move on. Accept responsibility for your life because nobody's going to take responsibility for you. Definitely, nobody is going to give account for you. You are going to give account for yourself. The next one I'm going to talk about is they recognize their abilities and what they do best. What they do best. When we're growing up, and even in the last, I think I started hearing about SWOT analysis just about 10 years ago? Yeah, SWOT analysis. We talk about your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats. Look at what you do best. Look at your strengths. Don't begin to ask yourself. Don't begin to think that. Look, for example, you begin to ask yourself, these are my weaknesses. No. Look at your strengths. There is a place where you are stronger. There is a place where you can do exploits. Don't allow anybody use your weakness as a bait to put you on the floor. No, don't allow anybody to use your weakness. Every human being has weakness and every human being has strength. And all of us have opportunities and there are threats to these opportunities. But if you are a tenacious person, all you need to do is begin to press on. You begin to press on. Ask God for grace so that your strength will be maximized. And you will have to begin to, there are certain things that are going to happen as a result of when you begin to pay attention to your strength. Everything that has to do with your weakness will just be going down. Everything. When you grow, most of the things that looked big to you yesterday become small. When you grow, those things that used to look very big to you, they become small. Very, very important. Don't stay at the place of weakness. The next one I'm going to talk about is they fall down 7 times and they get up the 8th time. They fall down 7 times, they get up the 8th time. They get up. You did business yesterday and the business failed, and so what? So what? Do that same business again. Look for a better way. Look for a better way. Just ask yourself, ask the Holy Spirit, how do I, what's the new thing I'm supposed to do? What was it that I did that made this business to fail? If you are a tenacious person, you will not give up. You fall down 7 times, you stand up again and you tell yourself, you say, no, I won't give up on this dream. I won't give up on what I believe God for. I won't give up on it. That's one thing. The next one is the focus on the bright side. I think I said a little about it, about yourself. The focus on the bright side, irrespective of your fall, irrespective of the mistakes, irrespective of all that you have been through. Focus on the bright side. There is always the positive side of everything. There's always the positive side of everything. As a young person, all you need to do, make sure you keep yourself, keep your mind renewed, get your spirit, wake up every morning on a very high note, irrespective of what happened yesterday. Tomorrow, when you get to tomorrow, then just tell yourself, this day is going to be better than yesterday. It's going to be better. Do that. Then they solve problems instead of complaining about them. They solve problems instead of complaining about them. I've heard people, they dwell on their problems. They dwell on some of the things that didn't work yesterday. They have been dwelling on it. You have been dwelling on it for the last 5 years. How far has all those complaints? How far has it taken you? How far? How far? So all you need to do, don't begin to dwell on those things. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Begin to look at some of the things. What am I going to do? What am I going to do differently that is going to affect my life, that's going to affect my tomorrow, that's going to make me a better person? It is very, very much needed. You have to begin to persevere. When we talk about perseverance, what it means is that you are faced with some things that are very challenging, situations that are challenging. Living in Nigeria, for example, as a young person is very challenging. You spend about 4, 5, 6, 7 years sometimes in the university, come out and you begin to struggle, you look for a job and they begin to tell you that they need someone with an experience of about 20 years, and you begin to ask yourself, where am I going to get this experience from if I don't start working? That is why you need to begin to look inward. The first speaker said something. She said, you begin to look at yourself very well and begin to ask yourself, what skill, what is it, what is this thing, what's this talent that I have to develop into a skill? I have to develop it into a skill. It is very, very important. They are always learning. That's the last point I'm going to come up with. They are always learning. A tenacious person is always learning. The day you stop learning, you start dying. The day you start learning, you start earning. The day you stop learning, you start dying. The day you start learning, you start earning. You cannot earn without learning. You cannot earn anything if you don't learn something. You can't earn anything. So ask yourself, begin to talk to yourself. Begin to ask yourself, what new thing am I going to learn today? I wake up every day, wake up every morning, and I ask myself, what new thing am I going to learn? I am not on the paid employment of anybody. I'm a family man with 3 lovely children and a wife. And I don't go begging for people to give me money. No, I don't go begging. All I need to do, I need to look inwards. For Moses, what he needed was the rod. Even when he was crying to God, God told him, he said, look, why are you crying to me? What is it in your hand? God is also asking you, what is that thing in your hand as a tenacious person? What is that skill? What is that talent that you have? Because the moment you begin to make use of that skill, because you begin to make use of that talent, definitely God is going to use it to promote you. I want to tell you as young people, definitely I am also speaking to myself. I hear myself louder as I'm talking. I hear myself louder. Begin to ask yourself, what is that thing that I have started? I am going to hold on to it. I'm not going to allow my dream to die. I'm not going to allow that vision that God has given to me. I'm not going to allow it to die. I'm going to be tenacious about it. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to pursue it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to follow it, and I'm going to finish it. I think definitely when I do these 3 things, I am going to play with the people at the top. Find it, follow it, and finish it.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow. That's the apostle of constant mind renewal. The apostle of constant. In fact, the comments we are getting now are more than the comments we got at the beginning, because people are wondering and they are hearing things that are resonating with them on what you have just said about mind renewal. You said something about, you said the day you start learning, you start earning. The day you stop learning, you start dying.
Yes,
the more you learn, the more you earn.
The more you earn, yes, sir.
Oh boy. And that's why we're here at Delta Mega Youth Summit to learn. I would just allow Omatsuli Onuwaje to throw in a comment on what the apostle of mind renewal has said. Omatsuli Onuwaje, you were listening. I was watching you in the green room. The apostle of constant mind renewal has blown off this place. And you set it on fire, but he has come to use Oghenegoma to blow it off. What's your take?
The Shakiris will call that kurusu. That was heavy. You know what I'm saying?
That's traditional atomic bomb.
Yes, I'm telling you, kurusu. That's what he came with. You know. And I want to celebrate you, Apostle Favour, as it were. Thank you so much for that very powerful presentation. Very insightful. I think what you said that I'm actually going to rehash, as it were. It's the part where you mentioned, you fall 7 times, and always see that there's an 8th time for you to stand again. Because there are a lot of people who are where they are right now in their lives simply because they failed to try again, and that's where the never give up mentality should be in your mind. Never, ever, ever give up. Winston Churchill was called back to his alma mater to give a fantastic presentation that should have lasted for an hour. And when he came up on the podium, he stood for like close to 2-3 minutes. It looked at the audience with a very firm and stern look. And the only thing he said was never, ever, never, ever, never, ever give up. And went back to his seat. And that is today acclaimed to be one of the most powerful speeches by Winston Churchill. So I want to say this again. Someone who is out there who has failed, who thinks that, well, life doesn't have anything to offer, trust me, dust yourself up and try it one more time. I say one more time.
Try again.
When I listened, when I read what gave birth to the incandescent bulb by Thomas Edison, was that every time he left the lab, haven't tried and then he failed. When he gets back home, just trying to pack it up, he always hears this voice in his spirit that tells him, try it one more time, try it one more time. And then he goes
one
back
more time.
999 times he failed, but the 1000th time, boom, the electric incandescent bulb. So once again, I want to say this, never, never, ever give up. Thank you very much.
Give up.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, my speakers. I've not taken you off the stream. I'm just the one up here now. Thank you, guys. You have done very well. And let me say a special thank you to everyone who has watched from the beginning to this time. Let me also say a special thank you to my guest tonight, the essay to Delta State Governor on New Media, Abang Dove, who joined us on short notice. Very warm thank you to her. And also to Omatsuli Onuwaje. Thank you, my brother. Omatsuli Onuwaje, thank you for your time. And also to the apostle, thank you very much. Apostle of constant mind renewal, my brother and friend. Thank you. God bless you. I still see some comments where people are thanking you and saying, Amani Gogbe, all the way from Lagos, says, thanks all. And also Kennedy Atuveri says, Apostle, I greet you laudably for your presentation. Somebody's greeting the apostle. Beautiful deliveries. Thanks, speakers. God bless. That's some gracious. And Charles Henry, watching from Lagos, says, as explosive as resonating. Fantastic. Prosper Okoloko says, never ever give up. I think it's in line with what Omatsuli Onuwaje just shared just now about never ever. So talking about never ever giving up, tomorrow is another time. We'll be having an explosive time with us. We'll be having 3 other speakers and an anonymous speaker will join us also. But Zion Oshiobugie will be here tomorrow night. PC Itimi will be here tomorrow night. Voke Palmer, my daughter, will be here tomorrow night. And also an unknown, what's the word they use for a surprise guest?
A surprise guest.
Yes, unannounced. Pastor Chico, I greet you, sir. Magomi. Yes, Pastor Chico. I greet you, sir.
Thank you, Mayo. I celebrate you.
All right. Thank you, Segun Manuel, for putting this together. Thank you. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. It's not convenient, it's not conducive, but this is what I live for. This is what God showed me many years ago, and I've kept at it. I've looked for every way to make this happen. Those who know me know. If I tell you the story of what happened in the second year of the Mega Youth Summit, you would be surprised. Maybe I'll share that story tomorrow. Maybe I'll share that story. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let the people know about the people coming tomorrow.
Thank you.
Zion will be here tomorrow. What will you say about Zion? Favor, go first. What will you say about Zion tomorrow?
Wow. Well, I think, like I said, I told my brother and friend Omatsuli, it's like Jesus Christ coming before John the Baptist. And Zion Oshiobugie is something else. I was on set with him the very first day my brother and friend Segun Manuel put the stream yard on, and it was exclusive. I can tell you, just hold that breath. You've not seen anything yet. Zion is the bomb. He is the bomb. He's the academic mentor. He's the bomb. Just hold on, and you will get. He's on fire. I'm telling you.
Actually, what do you have to say about Zion? You know Zion too. They were all friends.
I mean, Zion. Permit me to say Zion the lion, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the word.
Zion the lion. So you guys come ready tomorrow. Definitely, it's coming with so much fire and insightful thoughts it's going to share, and I hope to be part of what is going to happen here tomorrow as well. So I look forward to catching and connecting with him tomorrow. So I mean, it's going to be an experience. Trust me, it's going to be an experience.
Fantastic. Thank you, my brothers. Like Favor said, the first night I discovered this platform, I started talking with Favor, and Zion came online, and I said, hey, we dragged him in. And when Zion came in, it turned the table. the place was literally on fire. And I held him. I said, oh, hold on. We're going to do Mega Youth Summit online. It's that same day. That was when we agreed on this. And he said, fantastic, let's go, let's do it. And we fixed a date. Today supposedly was supposed to be Democracy Day, May 29, but he said the government has changed it to June 12th. But so it was strategic. We picked the date and tomorrow 30th. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. The link, if you're already registered, the link will be there. But you can also join in this page, Mega Youth Summit, where you're watching now, or on YouTube. Wherever you watch this, we'll be here live tomorrow. And these guys will be here tomorrow too to answer questions. So we'll spend more time tomorrow night answering questions from people. And if you have questions that the apostle needs to answer and Pastor Chico needs to answer, please put it in the comment section. They'll be coming back there to answer your question. So if Unaya says, as she's confirming, she says Zion is on fire. And tomorrow night is going to be the night. Apart from Zion, Itimi also is going to be here. Itimi was with us in 2015. Mega Youth Summit. And when she shared her story, I said, come and share your story. So she'll be sharing it tomorrow. I will also be sharing my experience in Mega Youth Summit 2015. How I almost lost my car. I'll be sharing that experience tomorrow. I've not shared it with most people, but I almost lost my car in 2015 Mega Youth Summit, and how God also sent a deliverer, sent a wonderful friend who helped me out. And I'll share that story tomorrow, and you don't want to miss that story, the Delta Mega Youth story, tomorrow night. Let me play this video for those who have not watched it already. This is the Delta Mega Youth story from the beginning up until now. Let me play it for those who have not seen it already. Fantastic. That's the chronicle from where we started up until now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you for those who are watching. Thank you to those who would watch after now. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's been the wonderful 2 hours we have spent together tonight. It's worth it. It's worth every bit of it. I'm thankful to you for being here for me. Thank you. Ciao. Good night.
Thank you.
Last word from Omatsuli. Good night to everyone.
Thank you so much, guys. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Have a good night. Thank you.
All right. Favour, go ahead.
Let's start learning so that we'll earn more. Let's start learning so that we'll earn more.
Fantastic. That's a good one from the Apostle of Constant Mind Renewal. Thank you to all my brothers. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to those who watch tomorrow. Please do share this so that more people can learn from what we have learned tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Segun Manuel, and I'm Delta's foremost inspirational speaker. That's what they call me.